Okay, hello Year 11, hello my cheekies. We're looking at paper 2 and we're going to look at early Elizabethan England. So Cold War is the main part of your questions, but what I'm looking at is early Elizabethan England today. So, question 5 on part 2 of your paper 2 paper. You've done your Cold War, now you're on to Elizabeth. Basically you have to give 4 facts for a 2 features questions. Your question is, an example, describe 2 features of something. In this case it's the attempt to colonise Virginia. So, 4 facts in 2 sentences. So here we go. First feature of the attempt to colonise Virginia. Queen Elizabeth granted Raleigh permission to establish colonies, and Raleigh called the land Virginia after Elizabeth. Another example could be, colonies would challenge Spain in the Americas, and Raleigh hoped to be able to use the local minerals to assist his military expedition. Okay, so look, you can see, all you've got to do is write 2 separate sentences which are built into 2 sub-facts. This, and this. This, and this. Okay? That's all you've got to do. It's really simple. And you've got 4 marks right there. I think this is the easiest part of the exam, but you can get it wrong. All it is 2 features. It's 2 sentences with an and in the middle with 2 sub-facts. Okay? That's all it is. That's really all it is. Now, moving on. Right. Explain why the Throckmorton plot was a threat to Queen Elizabeth. So you may use the following points in your answer. This is a 12-mark question. Right, so you may so it's an explain why question. You get 2 bullet points. Address the 2 bullet points, but you must use your own knowledge. So, right, organising this. Explain why. So I always use, to begin with, bullet point 1 was significant because, think of a reason. Moving on, bullet point 2 is important or significant because, Lastly, my own knowledge, so you have to bring something from your own knowledge into this exam. You can't just expect the exam on the bullet points to do something for you. So you use your own knowledge there. And then your final paragraph, weighing this up, X was the most significant, either your own knowledge point or one of the other 2 points which you're given in bullet points to deal with. That's how you answer that question. Lastly, you get your big question. So this is your 16 marker. You may think of it as a 20 marker, but there's no punctuation in this part of the exam, which is awarded. So it's a 16 mark question. Now, this really you should know how to do because we've done it time and time again in class. So let's have a look at it now. Okay. So an analytical answer is given the best grades. Accurate and relevant information should be rewarded. It will be rewarded. So let's have a look. Basically, how far do you agree? Okay, you don't say I completely agree. It's how far do you agree? So you have to give some balance. Look, I've got some of the balance beam there to visually show you. You need to balance your answer. Right, so think of the main arguments for, think of the main arguments against, and you evaluate and conclude. Okay? Use some cheeky connectors in your answer. On the one hand, contrasting with this, conversely, whilst it could be said, in your essay you must argue both sides, weighing up your factors, show some balance, find what is of value from both sides. So it's basically this, it's really easy. For, against, synthesised conclusion. You get both points and you weigh it up. Now, a 2-paragraph conclusion is really good because it really demonstrates that you've weighed up your points. That's what we need from you in your exam. Yeah, really give that last point in your exam a real bit of welly. Yeah, 2 paragraphs, weighing this up. Although Queen Elizabeth this, Mary Queen of Scots that. Okay. On the other hand, you've got to show that you've balanced and weighed up your arguments. You can't be one side. For, against, conclude. For, against, conclude, big conclusion. For, against, conclude, big conclusion. That's what I need from you in your exam. If you do that, you will get marks on this exam and you will not fail. No heads on desks. You don't give up. Let's do this.